Assalamu alaikum and a very warm welcome to you all. I'm so glad you're here. Today, we get to dive into a really beautiful and powerful story from Scripture, one that gives us this incredible model for leadership, for partnership, and ultimately for justice. We're going to explore how the story of Moses and Aaron really provides a blueprint for how divine guidance is meant to work in our world. And this quote right here, it really gets to the heart of the problem that the story is trying to solve. You see, the narrative doesn't start in some perfect, ideal place. No, it begins in a world that's described as darkened and rebellious. Think about that. A world lost in confusion, a people just wandering without a moral compass, and they're desperately in need of some kind of light. This is the backdrop for everything that's about to unfold. Okay, so here's how we're going to break this down. First, we'll spend a moment on this world needing guidance. Then, we'll look at the two key tools that God provides. First, revelation, the guiding light, and second, the power of partnership. After that, we'll see how those two things are put into practice to bring about guidance into justice. And finally, we'll pull it all together and see how this forms a lasting blueprint for us. All right, first things first, let's really set the scene here. The story opens by showing us a world that is, for all intents and purposes, lost. It's in this atmosphere of chaos and rebellion that the need for clear, divine direction becomes, well, it becomes more than just helpful. It's absolutely essential for any kind of real survival or flourishing. So, if the world is in darkness, what's the first part of the solution? Well, it's this concept of revelation, which is presented here as a pure, guiding light. Let's take a look at how the text introduces this as the number one tool for bringing clarity out of all that chaos. And here it is right in verse 48. Listen to how direct and powerful this is. And we gave Moses the book and made it guidance for the children of Israel, that you not take any guardian besides me. The wording is just so intentional. The book isn't just a collection of rules or stories. It is explicitly defined as guidance, a direct line, a direct source of light for the people.
So when you really break this down, you can see what's happening. The book is this tool for guidance, for clarity, for authority. And this is a huge point. It's a direct command against depending on other things, whether that's idols or human intermediaries or even corrupt systems of power. The whole purpose of revelation is to empower you, the individual, and to light up your life from the inside out.
But, a book, even a divine one, is just the beginning, right? The plan also needs people. It needs people to carry it out, to live its message, to become the walking, talking embodiment of that guidance. And that brings us to the second absolutely crucial pillar of this model, the incredible power of partnership. And check out verse 49. It's so simple, but man, is it profound. And we made Aaron, the brother of Moses, a prophet. Just like that. With those few words, the entire mission is transformed. It's not a solo act anymore. This right here introduces collaboration as a core, essential part of the divine plan. And this is where we see a really fascinating contrast. In so many of our stories, both old and new, we have this idea of the solitary hero, the one person who has to carry the entire weight of the world on their shoulders. But the model we're seeing here, it's completely different. This is all about collaboration. It's about guidance, working through teams. This way, you get support, you build patience, you create a sense of shared communal responsibility. It's such a powerful and frankly, a much healthier idea than the myth of the lone hero. Okay, so we've got the book and we've got the prophetic team. But what's it all for? What's the end game here? Well, this next section makes it absolutely clear. The entire purpose is to take that guidance and translate it into a just and fair society for everyone. Verse 50 connects the dots for us perfectly. And we gave them the clear book that they might judge between the people by what Allah had shown them. And then comes this critical warning. And do not be tyrannical in judgment. This is so important. It's not enough to just know the rules. You have to apply them with fairness, with mercy, and with compassion. Let's unpack this for a second. The verse literally weaves revelation into the very fabric of social order and justice. So the prophets, they're not just spiritual guides in a vacuum. They're also judges, and they're tasked with upholding fairness. And that warning about tyranny, wow. It's a powerful reminder, isn't it? It tells us that even a divine law, if it's applied without respecting basic human dignity, becomes a corrupted tool. The abuse of authority can turn that beautiful light right back into darkness. So you can really see the path laid out here, step by step. It's a crystal clear flow from principle to practice. Step 1, you receive the revelation, the clear book. Step 2, you apply it, you judge between people. And step 3, which is non-negotiable, you must always stick to that ethical boundary. You have to avoid tyranny at all costs. It's just a beautiful model for turning wisdom into just action.
All right, let's bring all these threads together now. Because this story isn't just about something that happened a long time ago with Moses and Aaron. What it really offers is a timeless, living blueprint for leadership and for community that we can all learn from today.
So, when you take a step back and look at the whole picture, we're left with these three core principles. Number one, revelation acts as a light, and it's designed specifically to cut through moral and social darkness. Number two, true guidance is a team sport. It requires collaboration and that mutual support we talked about. And number three, any authority, especially authority that comes from divine guidance, has to be used ethically and with a deep commitment to justice.
So if there's one thing to really hold on to from all of this, it's this. Guidance isn't something you just have. It's not knowledge you just accumulate. It's something you do. It is a profound responsibility to act, to judge fairly, and to help build a better, more just world.
And that leaves us with a big question to think about, right? If guidance is truly a responsibility and not just something you know, where do we see that principle succeeding or maybe failing in leadership all around us today? It's a question that takes this ancient, beautiful text and connects it directly to our modern lives. Thank you so much for joining me and for sharing in this reflection.